वशी करते सोहे, तन पे सर्प विचरते रहते, भक्तों के मन मोहे। उसको कैसा कष्ट जगत में, नाम तेरा जो ले, सब देवों में देव निराले, जय बम बम बोले। जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर, जय शंकर बोले। सब देवों में देव निराले, जय बम बम बोले। जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर, जय शंकर बोले। सब देवों में देव निराले, जय बम बम बोले। जय बम बम बोले, जय बम बम बोले।
बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की। Devotees, let me welcome each and every one of you to this evening's devotions, the first of 4 nights of devotions in the auspicious period of time. Shivratri, we know, is Wednesday. So we are beginning tonight 3 nights of Shiv Puran Katha, and we'll conclude on Wednesday night, celebration of Shivratri. Welcome to our devotees online, and a special welcome to our devotees on IETV. The blessing to have you joining together with us. So devotees, we have performed our puja, and we will get ourselves engaged in reflecting upon the glories of Bhagavan Shankar, Deen Dayalu Kripa Sagar. So this evening, as I begin, I would like to perform Shiv Sutra. Those of you who are familiar with it, feel free to join me. If not, Om Namah Shivaya. Let's all tune into that Divine Master. Visualize him. Jajadhari, Gangadhar, Trayambak, Neelkanth, Trishuladhari, Nagapadana, Vrishabhahan. Om Namah Shivaya. You can repeat in your minds. Pranamami Anahadi Akhandaharam Vibhu Vyapakavid Swarupavaram. Pranamami Anahadi Akhandaharam Vibhu Vyapakavid Swarupavaram. Pranamami Anahadi Akhandaharam Vibhu Vyapakavid Swarupavaram. Advaitaya Bhedaya Lekhayajam Pranamami Sada Shiva Dharma Dhajam Niravadya Niriha Niravaranam Shubha Bhavya Maha Bhava Bhaya Haranam Paramesha Suresha Umaramanam Shuchi Shankar Nitya Dharadharanam Niravana Niranjana Naminaram Nirkaya Nirupya Achinta Param Gunatmaka Rupa Suchanda Swaram Shubhakaraya Vikaraharam Vrishabhatvaja Shambhu Gauripatim Vararudhratirochana Yogayatim Kalikala Karala Mahagaralam Ajaramada Divya Avyatavaram Vidhu Bhala Vishala Sumauli Jata Karpura Sukunda Samana Chata.
शिरगंगयनंग प्रभाकर से शतकोटि छपा कर सो सरस क्षिति कंठल से बहुव्यालमः श्रुति कुंडल लोल कपोल दीर्घ पावक पूर प्रचंड गति शुचिरजत भाम सुवंग सखी डमरू कर मध्य त्रिशूल से उर्मे सुर तेज कोटि बसे जय नाथ नाथन केर प्रभु करतार संहार करूप विभु तुम ही जगतार कहावत हो अघ ओघ महाविनसावत हो दुख दोख विनाशक त्राशक हो जग जीव प्रजन सुशासक हो जनरंजन गंजन दुष्ट छगी नशि जात विलूपी घमंड बली भवधारय धार सुरासुर के महकाल जलंधर आमुर के महिमूल महा अनुकूल जनम प्रतिकूल सदा खल दल दमनम प्रणमामि महेश परेश शिवा श्रीलहल प्रणम गिरीश दिवा प्रणमामि महेश प्रणमामि शिव प्रणमामि महेश परेश शिवा हरदेव प्रणम्य गिरीश दिवा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय. Devotees, one of the 5 mantras that we have gotten from Shiv Puran is Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Panchakshar mantra with Omkar Pranam. It says everything. So for a few moments, join me. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Maham. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Maham. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Maham. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Maham. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Raksha Mam. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Now devotees, devotion to God is highly recommended by the sages, by the scriptures. And it is not just doing things or making offerings and what it is much more than that. As we mentioned previously, God, a divine, is present not only in the murtis wherever have you, but if that Lord is not present in the feelings, the thoughts that we have, then we cannot feel that presence anywhere. We could have the best of murtis, whatever, but if that Lord, not in our thoughts, not in our feelings, we cannot identify with Him. So when we sit to pray, we must understand, not just going through motions, feelings, the bhav, the thoughts, focus upon that divine. It's like you tune into that divine energy. I say, put it simply, you put your hand into a plug, 110. You get the energy. It shakes you up. That divine is all powerful, all pervasive. And if we tap into that energy, imagine the ecstasy. Devotees. So there's an attitude. We must have love. We must have the right attitude, the right approach. And Brahmanand, in a very simple way, devotees, he has given us a bhajan. The idea is that when we sit to pray, you have to give up everything. Chorakar kam duniya mein, roka vishayo manapana. Give up everything about this world. Take the mind off the poisons of this materialistic world. Focus. Stabilize the body. Stabilize the mind. And if you don't have this attitude, then are we praying? Devotees, if you have the right approach, you focus internally, then you can tap into the secrets of the universe. So Brahmananda is saying, Agar hai prem darshan ka bhajan si preeti kar pyara. Bhajan si preeti kar pyara. Bhajan si preeti kar pyara. अगर है प्रेम दर्शन का भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा छोड़ कर काम दुनिया के रोक विषयों से मन अपना छोड़ कर काम दुनिया के रोक विषयों से मन अपना जीत कर नींद आलस को जीत कर नींद आलस को प्रभु एकांत में न्यारा अगर है प्रेम दर्शन का बैठ आसन जमा करके त्याग मन की बिछरू को। बैठ आसन जमा करके त्याग मन की बिछरू को। देख भृकुटी में अंधर से, देख भृकुटी में अंधर से चमकता है अजब तारा। अगर है प्रेम दर्शन का, भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा। कभी बिजली कभी चंदा, कभी सूरज नजर आवे। कभी बिजली कभी चंदा, कभी सूरज नजर आवे। कभी फिर ध्यान में भासे, कभी फिर ध्यान में भासे ब्रह्म ज्योति का चमत्कारा। अगर है प्रेम दर्शन का, भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा। मिटे सब पाप जन्मों के, कटे सब कर्म के बंधन। मिटे सब पाप जन्मों के, कटे सब कर्म के बंधन। वो ब्रह्मानंद में हुए, वो ब्रह्मानंद में हुए लीन मन छोड़ संसारा। अगर है प्रेम दर्शन का, भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा। भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा, भजन से प्रीति कर प्यारा। Devotees, there are certain obstructions in our pathway. And the last verse of the bhajan says, Mite sab papa janmo ka, kate sab karma ke bandhan. So what restricts us? Pap, sinful actions. And remember, sins of two types. Sins of commission and sins of omission. We are not going to elaborate. We can commit sins to mind, speech, actions, thoughts. But what we are saying here, Mite sab papa janmo ka. Birth after birth, we create sinful actions. Well, sin is created. So what the poet is saying, Mite sab papa janmo ke, kate sab karma ke bandhan. Why are we where we are? The circumstances. Karma. We all know that. This is nothing new. So now the only way we can be free is to cut asunder the bonds of called karma. Free ourselves from karma. This is what Brahmananda is saying. Mite sab papa janmo ke, kate sab karma ke bandhan. Turn away from all these things. Free yourself. And it all goes back to what I've been saying over and over. Man lives himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. No matter who you are responsible for you, nobody else. Our scriptures emphasize upon that. So this is why we keep saying, when we sit to pray, it depends on what we do. Not God, you know. If I do the right things, I benefit. If I don't, I lose out. Each person is on his own journey. But devotees, what we find happening is like a jeweler. He knows the value of jewels. But the man in the streets, he's very easily fooled with costume jewelry. Isn't that so? Shiny things. The jeweler knows the value of jewels. He seeks the real type of jewel. But man in the streets, they are caught up with that which is shiny, glassy, that attracts the eye but has no value. Now, this applies to us spiritually. Those of us who understand the value of spirituality, We keep on seeking it. And those who really need it, distracted by superficial things. Pull away the glassy, shiny things of life, only to find themselves in deeper and deeper bondage. Devotees, so tonight I'm going to Shiv Mahapuran, one such individual who was highly spiritual. And no matter what, he always sought the divine. And his name, we all know, Narada Muni. Narada Muni, devotees, once went to Brahmaji, according to Katha. Brahma, the father of Narada Muni, meaning Narada is a mind-born son of Brahma. So, for all intents and purposes, Brahmaji was the father of Narada Muni. Narada Muni would roaming everywhere. And he came across so many sufferings of man, so many problems man experienced. He found something very, very amazing, distasteful, yeah? Everybody wants to go heaven, but not everybody, most people doing things to go hell. But you want to go heaven. Very presumptuous, isn't that so? And remember, it goes back to the point, man lives himself by himself, man sings himself by himself. So Narada Muni puzzled about man's attitude, as some of us also very puzzled. You want to be happy, but you're doing everything to make yourself unhappy. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? But Narada, he took his mind off all that, and he went to Brahmaji, and Narada Muni's mind was reflecting on Bhagwan Shankar, Goddess Parvati, the kathas of Bhagwan Shankar, the kathas of Goddess Parvati, Shakti, Ganesh Baba, Swami Kartikai, these wonderful kathas that we have been talking about time and again. So Narada Muni had this urge, the craving to listen to the glories of Bhagwan Shankar. So if you have this urge, devotees, to whom should you go? Not somebody who's qualified to elaborate upon the glories. Who knows? Naraji went to Brahma, his mind-born father, and he asked the question. He said, "Oh father, oh Pitamaha," I call him Pitamaha, "I am seeking your protective shelter. आपकी शरण को अप्राप्त हुआ हूँ. तुम मेरे ऊपर कृपा करो. Shower your grace upon me. Shower your blessings upon me. You know, I've been listening to all these kathas, oh Pitamaha, but मैं अभी तक संतुष्ट नहीं हूँ. Up to now, I'm not satiated. Now, I have said all these things over and over again. I will say it again. You go to Valmiki Ramayana Katha, when Bhagwan Sri Ram asked Valmiki, "Oh great sage, indicate a spot for me to reside. Because I don't want to disturb the sages, the holy ones in the forest. For the holy man, the genuine holy man, his anger is like a fire to burn not only oneself, but generations to come. So please indicate a spot to me where I wouldn't cut across the holy ones." Valmiki Muni said, "Prabhu, tell me where you are not." Because Valmiki recognized Sri Ram to be all-pervasive. So meaning that, oh Lord, if you tell me where you are not, then I can tell you, reside there. But I know you to be all-pervading. He didn't elaborate, I'm elaborating for you to understand. Because it went with, you have to elaborate. If you understand this, Lord, tell me where you are not. Why Valmiki is saying that? Because Valmiki understood that the Lord is all-pervasive. So how could you ask me to tell you where to reside, Lord, when you're already everywhere? So I'm putting it for those who can't understand. This is why I keep saying you have to read into scripture. Don't take it superficially. And you can't be intellectually lazy when we sit in place of devotion. You have to use your brain. So devotees, here, Sri Ram could not answer. When Valmiki said, "Tell me, Lord, where you are not." Sri Ram smiled embarrassingly. And Valmiki indicated 13 conditions, not places, 13 conditions. But if these conditions are fulfilled, anyone, the Lord will dwell in the individual's heart. And the first one, he said, recently I mentioned to you Sunday morning service, "Oh Lord, The ocean has an infinite capacity for holding water. All the rivers and streams flow to the ocean never overflows. So too, O Lord, all your kathas are like rivers and streams. And the individual whose capacity for listening is like the capacity of the ocean, infinite, to hold water. In other words, meaning the person who listens to your glories never ever gets fed up. The more he listens, the more he wants to listen. Dwell in such a person's heart. That is a condition for a devotee of God. You're fed up hearing katha, you can't hear katha, God far from you. Understand what I mean? You won't feel his presence. One of the characteristics of a devotee of God is that that devotee loves to listen. Insatiable appetite to listen to the glories of God. And I like to say these things, devotee, because I ask you, are you there? Are you there? Understand what I mean? Do you have this quality? Do you? Or you're fed up already? You have to determine. Now, devotees, little do we realize what this means, what it implies. Listening, the sense of listening. We have the Gyan Indriyas. Listening, seeing, smelling, tasting, right? 5 Gyan Indriyas, 5 Karam Indriyas. If you go back to see Ramcharitamanas, when Valmiki Muni put his conditions, Lord who listen, Lord who look for you, Lord who chant your, all he talk about are those who control the senses. The Gyan Indriyas. So you can't sit down here and your ears train and say you are devotee of God, no? Don't fool yourself. Now devotees, I can come and Soharavi and say, oh, you are great devotees, you're listening. I know and you know. That's not always so. So let's not fool ourselves. So what we do is to remind ourselves to keep pulling back the mind, pulling back the senses. That stray could mislead us, take us away in a twinkle of an eye. So devotees, Narada Muni displayed such a quality. And anybody who loved to listen to the glories of the Lord, any katha. Remember when I read that katha, Yagyavalak Muni Bharadwaj, I explained that, yeah? When Yagyavalak was asked to relate Sri Ram's katha, Bharadwaj related Shiva katha. Sorry, Yagyavalak related Shiva katha to Bharadwaj. Bharadwaj was ecstatic. He didn't make distinction between Sri Ram and Shiva. God is Ek Brahm. Whatever aspect of divinity, there's a joy, an insatiable appetite to listen. So devotees, I can't do it for you. Again I say, and this is the motto we're going to go with, man lifts himself by himself, man sings himself by himself. What you do? Narada Muni devotees, he lifted himself. He said, my appetite is not satiated by listening to the glories of the divine. So, O Pitamaha, please explain to me the kathas of Bhagavan Shankar. So devotees, Brahma was very happy to hear such a request. So Brahma is responding. Brahma ubacha, bho brahman sadhu pushtoham, tvaya vir bhuta sattama, lokupakarini nityam lokanang hitakamyaya, yaschutva sarva lokanang sarva papakshayo bhavit, tadaham te pravakshyami Shiva tattvam anamayam. Shiva tattvam maya naiva Vishnu napi yatharthatha. Gyatang sha paramam rupam adbhutam che parenana. Devotees, Brahma is saying, oh Narad, I understand what your intentions are. Not only do you have this craving to listen to the Lord's katha, but why are you asking me to explain it and whatever else? It is for the benefit of mankind. Now, if these holy ones didn't relate the katha to their respective listeners, how would we have gotten all these kathas? All these secrets, how? So in other words, Narad had another motive. Not only this insatiable appetite, but he wanted to bring about the welfare of mankind. Mankind who very hardened, who doesn't listen most times, who does what he feels to do and believe he's always right. Let me not go in that direction. Understand what we're talking about? Because in today's world, there are devotees and everybody know. What you could tell me, I don't know. So many people shut off because we feel we know everything already. And what is to know you don't know. You don't understand. I'm saying it openly. So devotees, Narada Muni, no matter what, he's an optimist. He's trying. And his effort is to bring welfare of mankind. So you know what this is, devotees? This is called Paropakar. Paropakar. Our scriptures tell us that nothing is impossible to achieve for that person who has this attitude of service to mankind. Service to humanity is service to God. Hinduism does not preach selfishness. Me first, me first, me first. No. Everything is for me. No. Hinduism preaches. So service to humanity, service to God. Life is like a flower in full bloom. We should give it away, petals, scent, and all to that gardener who brought it into existence. Now, devotees, when we say all these things, again, I'm saying to you, you have to ask yourself, do you function like that? Do you? Well, you're very selfish. In today's world, you realize, very rarely do you find somebody who will do something for nothing. But I keep saying, it might be chicken Jack Spaniel-ness. People getting paid to do a job, you have to bribe them to do it and all too. And it's shot about with a sense of, with an air of superiority. You know, I great. Your karma going to haunt you, boy. Going to haunt you. That is unspiritual. Check it and see. But devotees, don't watch anybody else. Let's look at ourselves. Am I prepared to serve society, do what I can do? You know, like for instance, if I decide that I'm going to come and read here, you know, and say if I realize I ain't getting Dakshina, no? So me I go in there. Well, understand where I coming from? So I ain't coming because I ain't getting Dakshina. And I selfishness? I couldn't care less. I want to do what I have to do. And I do it from the heart. No expectation of anything at all. Whatever in life, think about it. Are you like that? And devotees, that infinitely compassionate master, put it like this. He has put all the lessons for us in society. All the lessons for us. So talking, yes, well, let me sing it and see what it means. Devotees, what it says. Nadi ne pi kabhi apna jal, vriksha ne khai kabhi apne phal. अपना तन का मन का धन का दूजों को दे जो दान ये सच्चा इंसान. A river never drinks its own water. A fruit tree never eats its own fruits. Look around nature and see, devotees. What the sages are telling us in this way, whatever resources at your disposal, you have to give away all, but at least part of it, no? Quarter, 25%, you can put more. Serve mankind. Yes, sacha insan, true humanity. A person behaves like this. Devotees, so the bhajan tells us, Nadiyan न पिए कभी अपना चल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना चल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. तन का मन का धन का दूजों को दे जो दान है. ये सच्चा इंसान रे इस धरती का भगवान है. नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. अगर जिसका अंग जले और दुनिया को मीठी सुवास दे. अगर जिसका अंग जले और दुनिया को मीठी सुवास दे. दीपक सा उसका जीवन है जो दूजों को अपना प्रकाश दे. दूजों को अपना प्रकाश दे. धर्म है जिसका भगवत गीता, धर्म है जिसका भगवत गीता, सेवा ही वेद पुराण है. ये सच्चा इंसान रे इस धरती का भगवान है. नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. चाहे कोई गुणगान करे, चाहे करे निंदा कोई, चाहे कोई गुणगान करे, चाहे करे निंदा कोई, फूलों से कोई सत्कार करे या कांटे छबो जाए कोई, कांटे छबो जाए कोई, मान और अपमान ही दोनों हार, मान और अपमान ही दोनों, ये सच्चा इंसान रे, नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपनी फल, अपने तन का मन का धन का दूजों को दे जो दान है, ये सच्चा इंसान रे, इस धरती का भगवान है। नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल। So devotees, some simple analogies. The light bulb, it burns itself out, putting us in light. Any benefit to the light bulb? You look at the garden. The gardener cuts the rose from its resting place, but the rose will still give scent to the hand of the gardener. Anybody could behave so? Man out of man. One thing you have to understand, devotees, in this world there are praises, fame and infamy. And most times you'll find it's easy to criticize people, condemn you. But you have to don't be caught up, immune to both fame and infamy. You see, many of us, when we hear praises, head swell to all here. When we hear infamy, go into the depth of depression. No. If you believe in what you're doing, you do what you have to do regardless of whatever society says. If you know you're doing the right things, you maintain the right principles, don't worry about name and fame. But that is fickle. Today people praise you, tomorrow they abuse you. They turn away from you. So what is your dharma? The teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the bhajan says, do what you have to do. Perform your duties. You are entitled to the actions, but not to the fruits thereof. Meaning what? Don't look at the outcome. None of us could determine the outcome of any of our actions. We are entitled to the actions. If you think you can determine the outcome, very, very egoistic. No, you can't determine the outcome. None of us. But you can perform the actions. So this is the idea we all have to learn. And this devotee is spirituality, not Purina. This is how you live. This is spirituality. So Narada Muni devotees behave like that. And if you go to Ramayana, Jatayu, and Jatayu went to save Sri Sita, Ravan cut out both his wings, he fell to the ground. But what Sri Ram told him, Paropakar, the highest good. And Jatayu attained what we call liberation, Sarupya. When he died, he gave up that shell of the vulture, and he assumed Sanchakgada Param, a form of Lord Vishnu. Sarupya form of liberation. In other words, Karam Yuga. That is what Karam Yuga is all about. Karam Yuga. You do your actions without any expectation of rewards. And why also? Remember, Asha Dukhasya Karanam. Expectation is the cause of unhappiness. So you do something, you expect reward, it doesn't happen, you sink in the depths of depression. Do what you have to without expectation. This is why I'm saying we are not in control of the outcome, but we are in control of our efforts, self-effort. Do what we have to do. Man lives himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. Now make everybody say this as a mantra, you know. Mantra, mantra, all the time. You dream it and you say it. Because I want you to live it. But this is what Gita says. So devotees, Narad, highly praised by Brahma. And then he said, and listen carefully, he said, "O Narad, the glories of Shiva, all related and so on. Even Vishnu Bhagavan doesn't know it, neither do I. Know the essence of it. Why? You know, we go to Ramayana, it's Ramananta Nangunani. The glories of the Lord infinite. Infinite. How could you know everything about that Lord? How could you? But devotees, we go back to Ramayana and see cross-reference again. When Sri Ram went to Sutikshan Muni, when he went to Shivarima, both of them bowed down to the Lord. Sutikshan said, Lord, I want to praise you, but how can I? Your glories are like the sun, infinite brilliance. And what I know is like the light of a candlefly. Your glories are infinite, O Lord, and what I know is negligible. The question is, how much light could a candlefly give when the sun has risen? So you understand that? But devotee, that doesn't mean say you shouldn't pray. Both Shivarima and Sutikshan, within their limitations, they said what they could have said. They prayed in their own way. And remember, when I said before, bhav, feelings, thoughts, when the Lord is there, in your feelings and thoughts, you don't have to say too much. One word, that feeling and these thoughts could please that Lord. And if He's not there, you could chant all these totals you want and nothing happen, except you get horse. All the bhajans you want, if the bhav not there, I'll say you could get horse only. You aren't pleasing God. Bhav must be there. I keep saying that over and over. And devotees, it shows in our attitude. Yeah? So, again, I wouldn't say it again. You know what I mean? So devotees, Brahma now is going to start from a different point. And tonight's katha, devotees, could be a bit kind of difficult and thing, eh? So, if all of you feeling sleepy and thing, wake up or shake up yourself a little bit. Wake up. Brahma is saying, Mahapralay Kalecha Nashte Savara Jangami Asitamo Mayang Sarvam Anarka Grihatarakam Achandra Moharat Ratram Anagya Nilabhujalam Apradhanam Vyachunyam Nyatejo Vivarjitam Adrishtuvadi Rahitam Shabda Sparsha Sumujgitam Abhyakta Gandha Rupam Cha Tasakyam Adi Adinga Mukham Ithang Satyam Dhatam Mise Suchiyam Bhedhi Nirantari Tatsat Brahmeti Yachutva Sadekam Pratipadyati. Devotees, Brahma is coming to this point now. We don't know if he started, if he sees the beginning or if he sees the end. But he starts from this principle. He said, Oh Narad, there is what we call Mahapralay. Now Pralay means destruction. So Pralay takes place on a daily basis. Right? You do like this, you break it up, fix it up, but matter continues, things continue. Mahapralay, Maha means greater. So Mahapralay devotees indicates a state, and a long discourse here given about that, what he's saying, when absolutely nothing exists. Now the human mind cannot comprehend nothingness. That is our problem. Nothing. What is nothing? You're born and conditioned to a world of forms, name and form. You can understand nothingness? But that is where Hinduism takes us. Mahapralay, Brahma is saying, everything is destroyed and we absorbed. Everything. There is no earth, no sun, no sense of hearing, no sense of sight, no sense of taste, no Gyanindriyas, no Karamindriyas, no stars, nothing, absolutely nothing. There is no night, no day. All can understand that? Now it is easy to understand the devotees, but you have to try to go to that point. And if you can't understand, then you have to understand this part of it. How difficult it is to understand that concept of Shiva, Param Shiva. So, absolutely nothing exists. And now, you have to understand again here, devotees, I don't know how to put it. No stars, you see, the Webb telescope, Hubble telescope, picking up all kinds of things deep in space and so on and so forth. Nothing. Absolutely nothing existed. No other world existed. No other universe existed. Everything was destroyed, so to speak. We absorbed back into that state we call it Brahm. Brahm is a state that is indefinable. No color, no sex, neither masculine nor feminine, no neuter. No beginning, no middle, no end. Nothing at all. All these dualities we speak about in this world None of those things existed at that point in time. Absolutely nothing. Devotees, that state is called Shunya. Shunya. So why am I saying this? This is where the mathematical world got the concept of zero from. Hinduism. And there is no old talk, eh? I say it publicly, we stream in, the world could listen to it. The concept of zero has come from here. That concept without which the mathematical system falls down. So it has come from this concept of nothingness, shunya, that symbol zero. So when they say Hinduism contributed zero to the world. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. That zero we contribute, not we, our ancestors. Without which, what could happen? So devotees, this is the concept of zero, shunya. Absolutely nothing exists. And devotees, I don't want to blow up all your mind too much on things. Maybe some other time you could explain. You see numerology in Hinduism, shunya we start from zero. What about, we have odd numbers? We have even numbers? We have prime numbers? Right? For those of you mathematically inclined. So let me put to you something. If I have 1 squared plus 0 squared, all working, all need calculator. 1 squared is 1, 0 squared is 0. Now we're subtracting. 1 squared minus 0 squared. What are you going to get? 1. 1 minus 0. Shall I continue our maths class? I want to follow. Now let me take the second number 2. 2 squared minus 1 squared. We're going there, right? 2 squared is 4. 1 squared is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Second odd number. Then take 3. 3 squared minus 2 squared. 3 squared is, did I miss 6? 9. Right? 9 minus 4 is 5. Now, I can go on and on. There's a special slok in the, Rudra Suktas, as we call them. Lord, 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, up to 33. Odd numbers. Then say 4, 8. Then if I go to 4, right? Let me take the 4, devotees. In the 4 case, you add in. You add in, right? If you work it out, you're going to get 4, you're going to get 8 multiples of 4. These numbers mean a lot in Hinduism, in creation itself. I just tickle in your brain a little bit. I won't go further, right? But we talk of zero. So where did zero come in? 0 devotees. And all these numbers, there's a fellow called Carl Sagan, he died. And he tried to use prime numbers to discover creation. Creation. And to the young ones, what is a prime number? A number that has only 2 factors, itself and 1. Which concept in the universe could only have 2 factors? Not the Lord himself? The primordial being? No factors of him. He is one and he is only one. Param Shiva. All right? So you see, this is why we say literature, yoga, science, mathematics, any field you take, it can take you to, unless you're working just to get a job. But if you take it to deeper levels, you can discover the secrets of the universe. Any field of endeavor. Okay? So devotees, I just thought I'll mention that 0 and we digress for a moment. So we come to this point where nothing existed. Absolutely nothing existed. No water, no fire, no air, no ether, nothing at all, absolutely nothing. And we do not know for how long because time did not exist. So I can't say it exists for 100,000 years because there was no time. Time is relative. Now all this, those who do science at higher levels will understand relativity and so on. Yeah? Hinduism is not joke, It's not joke, Anyway, so let me don't make joke. Let's go forward, devotees. So we do not know how long because we can't express time. But that infinite, all-powerful, that one without a second, that prime cause, yeah, that primal being, whatever you want to call him. Nobody could answer why, but he wanted to give himself a form. He wanted to personify himself. Don't ask me. I can't tell you why because then it's not me. Don't mind him, Hardev. He, that infinite, Har Mahadev, as we call him, he wanted to personify himself. And devotee Shiv Puran tells us that infinite assumed in a form as Shiva. But how? 5 faces, 10 hands, white in color. Shiv Puran gives us description of him. Pure white like the camphor. Right? Now, what we see here, just 4 hands. 10 hands he appeared with. 5 faces, Panchmukh. Right? So I want to take a few moments to explain what this is all about. This was the form that he appeared in. Right? So devotees, why white? So there was a color now. And I explained to you what's on the morning. White is the basis of all colors. Correct? You pass white light through a prism, you're going to get the colors of the spectrum. Vasisht, what it is? What would we use? Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv. So you can learn something. Roy, you know what a fellow called Roy, you know. R, red, orange, yellow, Roy. G, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The colors of the spectrum. You have ultraviolet, infrared. You pass white light through a prism, you get all the colors. If you merge all colors back into the prism, you're going to get back white. So the color white symbolizes that Shiva, Param Shiva, and I'm not saying, I'm calling Param Shiva, supreme infinite. He is the substratum of all substrata. Right? Substratum. That ocean of nothingness, indescribable. But now he assumed in this form, white in color. 5 faces, devotees. So there are 4 corners, east, west, north, and south, that we call them, cardinal points. So let's take from this point first. So there's a head in the middle. So you have 5 faces, 4 on 4 sides, 1 in the middle. The face in the middle is transparent in color, colorless. And it goes by the name of Ishan. Ishan. The face that is on the eastern side, it is yellow in color. And that goes by the name of Tat Purush. Tat Purushaya Vidmahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanha Shiva Prachodayat Tat Purushaya. Tat Purush. The southern face, black, blue-black in color. And it goes by the name of Aghor. Now, Ghor means terrible. Aghor means that which is not terrible. And we have explained many times that from this, you have the Aghoris. Maybe some other night we'll talk about these people who practice the tantric path, how powerful they are. Shiva is the first Aghori. So that face, Aghor, black, blue-black in color. The western face, red in color. It goes by the name of Vamdev. Vamdev. And the northern face, white in color, it goes by the name of Sadyojat. Sadyojat. Now I know you won't understand, you won't remember all this, devotees, but remember I keep saying that we have it on YouTube, Gandhipak. You could go back afterwards and get the information. Right? So not that we lost, but try to understand it right where you know, as you are here now today. So these 5 faces, devotees, but they represent 5-fold functions of the Lord. So the Lord has 5 functions. So you see the 5 faces? What are the 5-fold duties of the Lord? Creation, sustenance, dissolution. What they call Tirobhav and Anugraha. So creation we know. Now we may say Brahma is the creator. So who do you think Brahma is? Shiva himself. That Brahm. That Brahm identifying with Rajasic Prakriti. There's unity in diversity. You have to understand what we are saying here. My devotees, so this is a story now. Assimilate if you can. So that Param Shiva, identifying with Rajasic Prakriti, Brahma, the creator. Sustena, Vishnu. That same Brahma identifying with Sattvic Prakriti, Vishnu. So you have these two functions, creation, sustenance. Dissolution. So now that same Param Shiva, he left a form behind we call Shiva. So Shiva, Param Shiva is infinite, as I've explained before. We say Mahaganapati and Ganapati. Ganapati is Sagun Brahm. Mahaganapati is Nirgun Brahm. These terms become familiar with. Nirgun without quality, qualityless God. Sagun with qualities. So Param Shiva, Nirgun, qualityless, the substratum. But Shiva, Sagun, you identify, he laughing, he talking, he moving, performing leelas, Sagun Brahm. That's Shiva. So you have to draw the difference. Right, devotees? So Shiva, destroying, reabsorbing force. And they what are called Tirobhav, removal and concealment. Now if you notice, Mahapralaya, everything was destroyed, removed, concealed. You can't see anything. Nothing existed. That is Tirobhav. Removal and concealment. Right? Sometimes in Gandhipak, we have quite a few cases of removal and concealment. We lose some beast and you can't find it. Removal and concealment. Yeah? People's shoes outside. Who is this? Saurav, you? Somebody? Vasisht? Removal and concealment. Slippers disappear. Gandhipak have plenty. We have plenty of that. The Mahapralaya. So devotees, removal and concealment, Tirobhav. And then Anugraha. Anugraha, showing of favor and grace. And only who could do that? The Lord himself, none other. That is his domain, to shower favor and grace. This is why you don't beg from man, beg from God. Beg from him. He is the supreme. He's the only one to shower favor and grace upon all of us. So devotees, these are the 5 phases, 5-fold duties. But not all, like not all. It is said, the very first sound vibration created was because of these 5 phases. Primordial sound. And if you check in other scriptures, they say in the beginning there was the Word and the Word was with God, but they never tell you what the Word is. So you know what the Word is? Om. So these 5 phases produce that first primordial sound, monosyllable, out of which everything else comes. Everything else comes out of that. Sound vibration. Devotees, and if you follow what I'm saying here, way back in the past I told you, the Statri Devata for sound is Vishnu Bhagwan. Yeah? And that Akash. So at this point in time you have to understand that what could exist. First creation really, Akash, that Tattva. Alright? Devotees, but how this came about? Now, Omkar will have 5 parts of it. As you have 5-fold duties, you have 5 phases, 5 parts of Omkar. U, Ma, Bindu, and Nad. So you see something looking like a tree, but it's not a tree. There's a U. And you have something like a little tail. And you have a semicircle and a dot. A person for people to look at the Omkar and see what it means. That devotee, that symbol, Brahma. U, Upendra, Vishnu. Ma, Mahesh, Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. And devotees, the northern face created that sound. That's Yajat, the northern face. The western face created the sound Upendra, The southern face, Ma. The eastern face, the Bindu, the dot. And the face right on top, Nad means sound. To complete, you get the Nad. You get Om, Omkar Pranav. The first sound ever created by the 5 faces of that Supreme Purush. So you stand on solid ground, we can tell you what the first sound is. And why from that everything comes. This is why we always, when we start our mantras, we say Om. right? You always start Om. You can do Om alone as jap. Om has everything in it. Creation, sustenance, dissolution, removal and concealment. I tell you how. And Nad, Ashirvad, Anugraha. So devotees, that simple face you see there, check what it is all about. Now, that is not all, you know. God had to forgive him for making things so hard for all, yeah? But my brain has worked all home on devotees. So why Shiva has 10 hands? Here they have 4 hands. Well, Sagun Brahm, 4 hands representing something. But why 10 hands? 10 hands. Devotees, 10 hands represent the 10 quarters. 10 quarters, if you want to call them so. Now, most of us know east, west, north, and south. So let me tell you. East, southeast. South, southwest. West, northwest. Now, from where I see now, how all the facing might be different, right? North, northeast. Up and down. How many you get there? 10. There isn't anywhere in this universe, the perceivable universe, and of course that universe which is not perceivable, that Lord, He's still the substratum, infinite. But even the perceivable universe, He pervades every single thing. Every single thing. Nowhere is beyond His reach. Nowhere. You could hide from Shiva. So devotees, but that's not all. So just come forward a little bit. Shivaji, I just want to use this part of it now. He created out of his body the energy that personified itself as Shakti, Devi. So that Param Shiva, with the 5 heads, I'm going to come back to the 10 hands and explain something more. Out of his body he created. That energy was projected. Substratum, energy projected out of it in the form of Mahashakti. 8 hands. You know, the emblems we see there, Devi appeared in that form, Mahashakti. So in other words, Brahma and Shakti always go together. Could you have fire without a burning power? Could you have a word without meaning unless it's nonsensical? Ocean without waves? One is but an expression of the other. So Shakti is but an expression of that infinite Param Shiva, Shiv Shakti. Shiva, Shakti. And Shakti is very important because from Shakti we get all what we have here now. So devotees, why I decided to bring up that one time, because Shiva and Shakti always exist together. Now many of us do puja, many pandits also do puja, and when we sit down we pray, Indra Agni Yamanai Richa Varunu Vayu Revacha Kuber Esha Nadhataru Anantasya Vidishadiya. Although might know what it means, right? Many may not know what it means. But devotees, from our perspective, we say Indra, Agni. So now Indra, eastern direction. That the Lord, the God we say, in charge of the eastern direction. But who is our God? Shiva himself. But we put it in a form that we call him Indra. Follow me. Indra. That direction, the devotees, northwest, sorry. Let me say, that's southwest. Again, Indra Agni, southwest again. Here you have the southern direction. In Agni, Yam. Yam. Yam, the god of death. Yam. Let me say, the southern direction is Yamaraj. All that is symbolic, of course. So Yam, south direction. Indra Agni Yama Nairitya. Nairitya. That's a form of divinity. Right? That is, let's say, southwest direction. Yam Indra Agni Yama Nairitya Varunu. Varundev. Western direction. Vayu. Northeast. Sorry, that's northwest. Vayu Reva. Kuber. Northern direction. Ishan. Ishan, you say. That is the northeast direction. Dhata. And you know, you have the Brahma, right? Dhataru. Anantas, Anant, the lower region. These 10 different forms we have, 10 different directions. Indra, Agni, Yamanai, Richa, Varnu, Vayu, Revacha, Kuber, Esha, Nadhataro, Anantasya, Dishadiya. Now, if Shiva and Shakti are always together, where are the Shaktis with these 10 different forms we have here? Now, if you aware when I would read the Devi Kavach. Part of it. Prachai Mam Aindri. Prachang, eastern direction, Mam Aindricha. Aindri, Aindri Devi. So you have Indra, Aindri, that is Shakti. Aindri. Right? This is something, I mean, all of might know, but I make sure I say it every single morning. Prachang Rakshitu Mam Aindri. Agni Yam Agni Devata. East, that direction, southwest. Agni, Agni Yam, Agni Devata. Agni, again, Agni Rupa. Southern direction, you have Yamraj. Who is the Shakti? Varahi. Varahi Devi. Dakshino Varahi. Right? And then the southwest direction, what you have there? Nairitya. Khargadharini. Now if you listen to me when I do in Havan and so on, you will hear these names. Varahi Devi, Khargadharini. I always do it in Havan. Khargadharini, that Devi with the sword. We don't go into symbolism. But that is Shakti, present in that direction. Varuni Devi. Varun, Varuni. Vayu, Mrigavahini. Mrig, like a deer. Running as fast as the deer. Mrigavahini Devi personifies a Devi riding a deer. Right? Udishang Patu Kaumari. Northern direction, Kaumari. Kaumari Devi. Right? Aishanyang Shuladharini. Northeastern direction, Shuladharini. Devi with the spear. Yeah? Urdhvam Brahmani. Urdhvam Brahmani. Brahmani Dhata Brahma. Brahmani. Anantascha. The underneath part as we say, right? Urdhvam Brahmani. Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi Tatha. In other words, these 10 Shaktis are with the 10 forms on all sides. Shakti always accompanies Shiva. Never ever away from Shiva. You can't have them separate. Now, many a times people will think, why people suffer in the hungry, they can't get food and watch all kinds of stupid about this and that and the other. Devotees, if you get into all this, I am telling you, you have protection from all sides. Prachang Rakshitu Mamendri Agniyam Agni Devata Dakshinovatu Varahi Nerityang Kankhadarni Pratichang Varuni Rakshid Mrik, Vayabyang Mrigavahini Udichang Patu Kaumairi Aishanyang Shuradharni Urdang Brahmani Adhastar Vaishnavi Tatha. And when we say the puja, you will hear me say it, Indra Agni Yamane Ritya Varnu Vayu Revasha. The 10 hands devotees, the 10 cardinal points with the 10 Shaktis. Shiva pervades every single thing without exception. So if you think you could, play bad man and, may believe in that, you could do what you want, No matter where you go, everybody is subjected to this. These powers in nature. But Hinduism personify all these. Personify. So all these powers are in nature, devotees. All. All right? So Brahmaji is saying, Brahmaji didn't mention all that. I know a little more than Brahmana. So I'll put in a little extra thing for all you. All right? A little extra thing. Brahma is smarter than me. But you know what? Narada may have known all that. But I'm not sure all who know it, so I'm saying it for all the benefit. Parupakar. Yeah. So devotees, Brahma said, Narad, that Lord appeared. And here Shakti appeared out of it. Now, we could go on and on, but they're just those 10 hands, the 5 heads, the faces, Omkar Pranav, bear that in mind, the 5-fold duties. And Shakti devotees. Now it is said that out of the body of Shiva, Param Shiva, another form was projected. Another form was projected. This was a male form. And when this form was projected, he wanted to know, who am I? Where am I? What is my function? What is my purpose? Do you all ask these questions? Where have I come from? What is my purpose? Who am I? Important question, who am I? Devotees, when Brahma, this form, when he questioned, he doesn't even have a name. Then he was told, your name is Vishnu. So notice the same Param Shiva projected Shakti, projected Vishnu Bhagwan out of his body. Same Lord projecting himself. And he was told, perform tapasya. Perform meditation. You shall get the answers to your questions. All understand what I'm saying here? Deep meditative processes can bring about solutions to all of life's problems. You can't be superficial. Vishnu Bhagwan went to the deep meditation. And I said, many, many years passed and still he couldn't get any answer. He questioned again. And that Param, that voice said, intensify your meditative processes. And it is said Vishnu Bhagwan intensified, and while intensifying and meditating as such, water began to flow out of his body. Water, different currents. And that entire void was filled with water. And Vishnu Bhagwan, as we say, was in that water, deep in meditation. And so he got the name Narayan. He whose abode is in the waters. Now, devotee, let me digress one moment. So you see, it's good to read Google sometime now. Right? So, you know, not too long ago, I think it was the Webb telescope or whether the Hubble telescope, they went deep into space and they found a mass of water that is trillion times more than what we have upon Earth. Mass of water. Now, all my hair is when I read that. Now, we may think that this should only one place. Any creation that is about to come about will go through the same principles. Is it that somewhere they picked up a new universe creating itself? Or being created by the Lord? Water, importantly. A huge mass of water, indescribable. Yeah? First element, water. Yeah? So devotees, we have to pay attention to all that. Science will gradually prove Hinduism to be true, what our scriptures say. They just sum it. Okay? So devotees, Vishnu Bhagwan in the waters, and there he was, meditation. And to put it simply again, while meditating, out of his navel, a lotus emanated. Now, when we say a lotus, don't think it's a small lotus, It's a lotus, you can't find the length of it, how it's spreading, the width of it, but in that lotus flower was present what we call Brahma. So in other words, out of the navel of Lord Vishnu, Brahma was projected. So if you follow what I am saying, Param Shiva, Shakti, Brahma, Shiva, Brahmaji, Vishnu, they're all the same. That same Param Shiva projecting himself in different forms. Creation, sustenance, dissolution. Yeah? Now devotees, when you go back to Param Shiva, he is the substratum, he is the basis of all things. So I mentioned to you the fivefold duties. Now, we come back to ourselves here now. How many tattvas are there in all creation? How many tattvas? In creation, Pancha Tattva, Mahabhut, right? Ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Now, I want to put you to bear this in mind. When we say creation, creation identifies the Prithvi Tattva. Because Yata has something to create. So Prithvi Tattva, creation. What sustains? Jal Tattva. Jal Tattva. What destroys? Agin Tattva. So that destructive aspect is Agin Tattva. What removes? Conceals. Except in Gandhipak. Yeah? The breeze blow away everything, remove it. And devotees, what anugraha? When we bless somebody, what we do? Somebody say, somebody, you and your husband, put your hand on the girl's head, boy. Put your hand on the girl's head. That means you're blessing she. See, if I put my hand on your head and bless you, as I keep saying, I was strong so whole day, I bless myself whole day. It's not putting your hand on the head, it's what you say. Shabd. Sound vibration. That energy you create, that is anugraha. Anugraha. So the Pancha Tattva devotees, and the fivefold duties, all is tying together, interwoven, deeply interwoven. So all this you have to understand, and if you come down, we're going to come to it before I finish to put it to you. All of us are caught up in that, every one of us. And the reason why it's good to understand these things, because we can give ourselves a different direction in life. But devotees, let me cut the talk. So what I want to do now, I want to glorify firstly Bhagwan Shankar. He who appeared in this wonderful form. Indescribable. Now I will glorify him through bhajan. One part of it you can join me. Feel free. Namaste, Namaste, Vibhu Vishwamurti. Namaste, Namaste, Vibhu Vishwamurti. Namaste, Namaste, Chidananda Murti. Namaste, Namaste, Tapo Yoga Gamya. Namaste, Namaste, Tapo Yoga Gamya. Namaste, Namaste, Shuti Jnana Gamya. Om Namah Shivaya. He Jagatrata Vishwavidhata. He Jagatrata Vishwavidhata. He Sukha Shanti Niketan He. प्रेम के सिंधु दीन के बंधु. प्रेम के सिंधु दीन के बंधु. दुख दरिद्र विनाशन हे. ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः. 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 हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता. हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे. नित्यय खंड नित्यय खंड अनंतय नादि. नित्यय खंड नित्यय खंड अनंतय नादि. पूर्ण ब्रह्म सनातन हे. ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः. 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 हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता. हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे. प्राण सखा त्रिभुवन प्रतिपालक. प्राण सखा त्रिभुवन प्रतिपालक. प्राण सखा प्राण सखा सखा प्राण सखा प्राण सखा प्राण सखा त्रिभुवन प्रतिपालक जीवन के अवलंबन हे। ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः नमः शिवाय शिवाय 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 नमः शिवाय शिवाय। हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे। ओम नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय शिवाय नमः शिवाय। बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की। The devotees, I want to offer my obeisance to Devi, our Shakti Jagajanani. So visualize that Shakti that was projected out of the body of that Param Shiva. Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah. Repeat in your mind. Jaya Durge Durgati Pariharini Shumbha Vidarini Mahatu Bhavani Shumbha Vidarini Mahatu Bhavani Jaya Durge Durgati Pariharini Jaya Durge Durgati Pariharini Shumbha Vidarini Mahatu Bhavani Shumbha Vidarini Mahatu Bhavani Jaya Durge Durgati Pariharini. आदिशक्ति परब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी आदिशक्ति परब्रह्म स्वरूपिणी जग जननी चहुवेद बखानी जग जननी चहुवेद बखानी जय दुर्गे ब्रह्मा शिव हरि अर्चन कीनी ब्रह्मा शिव हरि अर्चन कीनी ध्यान धरत सुर नर मुनि ज्ञानी ध्यान धरत सुर नर मुनि ज्ञानी जय दुर्गे दुर्गे अष्टभुजः करखड्ग विराजे अष्टभुजः करखड्ग विराजे सिंह सवार सकल वरदानी सिंह सवार सकल वरदानी जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी ब्रह्मानंद शरण में आयो ब्रह्मानंद शरण में आयो भव भय नाश करो महारानी भव भय नाश करो महारानी जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी शुंभ विदारिणी मातु भवानी शुंभ विदारिणी मातु भवानी जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी जय दुर्गे दुर् सारी निशा सानी सारी निशा पानी सारी नि गरे गगरि सनि पानी सारे गरि गरे पप नि पप गरे गप गरि सा जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी शुंभ विदारिणी मातु भवानी शुंभ विदारिणी मातु भवानी जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी जय दुर्गे जय दुर्गे जय दुर्गे दुर्गति परिहरिणी बोले सियार शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की अनुभूतिस we glorify Bhagwan Vishnu. We will do a simple kirtan. You can join me. Narayan, that was the name he got. He whose abode is in the waters. Jai Narayan, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Jai Jai Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Jai Jai Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. शांताकारं भुजगशयनं शांताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभ हरि ओम पद्मनाभ हरि ओम स्वामी नारायण हरि ओम सत्यनारायण हरि ओम Lakshmi Narayana Hari Om. Jai Jai Narayana Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Shantakaram Bhujagashenam Shantakaram Bhujagashenam Padmanabha Hari Om Padmanabha Hari Om Swami Narayana Hari Om. Jai Jai Narayana Hari Om. Satya Narayana Hari Om. Lakshmi Narayana Hari Om. Jai Narayana Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Swami Narayana Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Bole Sri Satyanarayan Swami ki. So devotees, when Brahma was created as such, he also wanted to know, what is his purpose. And just to put it simply, that this is a lesson for all of us to question. You don't live by guess. So the Katha goes on where Brahma went in search, coming down that lotus, Vishnu went up the lotus. At the end of it all, both of them, met each other and they couldn't understand where this lotus came from. But in a sense, what happened, there was a conflict between them, and it is said Lord Shiva appeared as a column of fire. The first lingam ever appeared, ever created, fire lingam. A huge column of fire. And it is said that Param Shiva, he counseled both Brahma and Vishnu, as the story goes. Creative force, sustaining force, what their functions are, what their responsibilities are. All these things were explained. And devotees, it is said, to put it to all of us, come down little bit now, we all know the 5 Gyanindriyas, the 5 Karamindriyas, the Panch Mahabhut, the 5 main, the Tattvas as we call them, the Tanmatras. We have Manas, Buddhi, Ahankar. Now what we are being told, all these things present in that Param Shiva, all these concepts, all these principles present, right? And it is said that creation came about after all that. But I want to put it just a little relevant to all of us, that when we say Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham, I am the form of bliss, truth, consciousness, I am Shiva. Each individual is that Atma. The Atma is Shiva. We have been saying this over and over and over and over. Lord Krishna said the soul in each person. Shiv Puran is saying that Lord, the soul in each person. Ganesh Baba said, "Oh Swami Kartikai, I am the inmost consciousness in you. Where am I going?" In other words, devotees, I don't want to blow your minds. I keep saying that over and over, but I think I blow your mind already. If you look at it, that consciousness is all pervasive. And we talk about the soul being a circle of infinite circumference, but with the center in the body. And if I were to take it from this perspective, and people say when somebody dies, the soul gone here, and the soul gone there, and the soul gone where? Where the soul going? Soul not going nowhere. But what changes? You see this? The body is destroyed. The soul, nothing happens to the soul. Like use the analogy like a kulsa. Air inside, air outside. You burst the kulsa, where does the air inside go? It going anywhere? All this shupney body soul passing through 16 villages and what? Now, if you take it externally, it is stupidity. All that happens inside. So what happens, devotees? Think about it from this perspective, a different perspective. You know, I mean, I have to be careful what I'm saying here because, you know, your father always here. Your father died, no? Mother always here. Right? So if you're going out and you see the fallen, you know, they're always here. What means? Not the body. The body burnt. The body is be disposed of the body. The consciousness is always here. Always here. And what happens, devotees, is like a container. You take another container, air here. Another container, air there, whatever. But air is the same all about. All about. That infinite consciousness is Param Shiva. And each of us, we call it Jiva Atma. That is the Shiva. That is the Shiva in every one of us. And the ultimate objective is to realize that. This is why I use the analogy of Shrek, that smart fella. Yeah, that ogre, smarter than plenty of us. I am like an onion. I'm like an onion. If I want to go to the inside, I have to peel out the outer layers. This is what happens when people die. The body dies, not the soul. Soul always here. But we identify with the body. So when you think father dead, body gone, you burn the body. So when now you buy size 14 shoes for him, if you put bigger, you buy bigger shoes. Yeah, put umbrella for him because it's not born in the head. You've been exploited because you don't understand the concept of Hinduism. Now, do I ever say, I say, don't do it, you know? I'm saying, understand why you do it. It's not for them. They're gone through already. The body burnt. The body is disposed of. The soul, all part and parcel. Atma tum girijamati, Adi Shankar said. Oh Shiva, you are Atma. Girijamati. Girija is the intellect. Enlightened, unenlightened. But Atma, unchangeable. 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 How are we going to understand that? Right? So when we say the soul leave here and go there, that's for people who ordinary, who can't understand. The soul gone by. He go on, he pass through 16 villages. Right? Son hot, he born in the head. And make you do all kind of thing. Why? Agyan. Right? And this is why the Gita says, Nitya, the soul. That's same thing as Param Shiva, the way you're coming from. Param Shiva, individual soul. Nitya, eternal. Sarvagataha, all pervasive. Coming to the point, we go quickly wrap it up. All pervasive. Yeah? And Achaloyam. Achaloyam. Sthanur Achaloyam. It's always constant. Immovable. Sanatan. All understand what that word mean? Constant. Immovable. Very soul moving and going. As I've mentioned, there are two movements we can have. Something can be fixed. You can move from here to there. Or it can be fixed and you can vibrate. That movement. The soul neither vibrates nor moves to go anywhere. All in what devotees, how do you get it mad? Yeah, tell you something different from what everybody else is saying. But sometimes you have to be mad to understand these things. Gita is saying so. Who am I to dispute it? Bhagavan Krishna himself is saying so. You see? So devotees, what causes our problem then? So when that soul, right? Now, I don't want to burden your head with Shaivism. You know, you have you have Shiv Shakti, Sada Shiv, Ishwar, Shuddha Vidya. Those are certain concepts. Where that infinite, he's contracting. Sankoch, coming smaller and smaller to individuals, each one of us. Aham Brahmasmi Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That Atma, I am Shiva. But what happens? Maya, the illusion of individuality. So notice if the soul all pervasive, it's all pervasive, a continuum, not discrete, not parts, no part, akhand. But we don't understand that. What causes that? Maya. I, separate from you, separate from you, separate from you. Maya, the illusion of individuality. And then when I read the Katha of, the boatman, I told you he was using Kanchukas, 5 Kanchukas, limitation of place. So now, because of Maya, illusion of individuality, oh, I live in a language. I'm not all prevailing. Follow? So the limitations, no, because of illusion of individuality, I put myself in constraint. I live in a particular place. That's the body, not me. But I see myself as the body. I am 74 years old. We have 75 years now. The question is me or the body? I am a pundit. This is all I could do. Limitation of knowledge. Right? Rag, limitation of attachment. You always want something, always want something. When, in a sense, you have everything. You are purnata, complete. Complete, you lack nothing whatsoever. But illusion of individuality causes all that problem. And so we conchukas now, devotees, right? You become tied up. Like that drop of water falling from the clouds that I mentioned, distilled water, hit the ground, becomes muddied. Become muddied, everybody muddied. Yeah? Then Shakti, here we get a trigun. Sat Rajantam, Maya, all that take you. Then you have, what they call Ahankar, Manas Buddhi. This is the internal equipment. And then you have the 5 Karam Indriyas, 5 Gyan Indriyas, 5 Karam Indriyas, 5 Tanmatras. Now this is how we are made up. All the principles are there. But we are caught up in that and we believe that is who we are. Now what is the journey, devotees? Why I'm starting tonight with this katha? The journey is backward. Right? That Param Shiva, Sankoch, contracting. We have to expand, expand. Meaning what? Get beyond the limitations. Get beyond the limitations. Go back to that state of Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. This is what we're supposed to be doing, Worshipping, right? Peeling off the external layers of the onion, trying to get closer and closer to that true divinity, who I am, what I am. And devotees, this is life's journey. It's 100 million lifetimes from now, you have to go on this journey. Everybody. But time is of essence. The longer you take, the more you suffer. This is a journey for everybody. And I keep saying, if you think house, money, land, all these things, when you're dead, carry it, no? The miss you carry it. Anybody carry it? You can't even carry the body. So why waste time? Nobody's saying don't do what you're supposed to do. But let your focus be finding yourself. Man lives himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. So devotees, I will end it with this bhajan. We'll make preparation for the final havan. This bhajan, devotee, what it says. Many times I put it to you. Yatha pinde, tatha brahmandi. Man is a holographic projection of the universe. Remember when I mentioned, I don't know if you could remember it, I just said it, that in that Param Shiva, the 5 Gyan Indriyas, 5 Karam Indriyas, the Tantwas, everything was there in principle form. Everything there. Everything is there. Now, we are bound because of the Kanchukas. We need to get beyond them and go back to the high state. It doesn't happen all of a sudden, devotees. It won't happen all of a sudden. But, think about it. Think about how unhappy we could be. The fears to which we are exposed, all the negativities. You really want to stay in this kind of mess? Or you want to free yourself from bondage? The idea is, go inside. Analyze this. So we are blessed, every one of us. I am Shiva. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. You are Shiva, each one of us. But you know what? We have to go beyond the Kanchukas, beyond Maya, beyond the Panchatattva, beyond the Tanmatras, Karamindriya, Gyanindriya. Go beyond Manas, Buddhi, Ahankar. 24 tattvas up to Shakti. Vedanta tells us that is not who you are. And I've mentioned this when we do Bhagavad Katha. When Lord Krishna made all him gopis come naked before him. Many people want to know, but this fella, Krishna, he's God boy? He's a pervert? People who can't understand, no? That is symbolic. To go to God, that Atma is Shiva, is Krishna. And to get to that Atma, you have to peel out the outer layers. Like the onion, peel out the outer layers. This is what it means. Go naked. You have to bare yourself. Take out the covering. And then you find Shiva. You find Krishna, the inward, the indweller. You can't do it otherwise, no? You do what you want. Yeah. Do what you want. You may get blessings, you will get more wealth, you like a spider spinning a web, get caught up in it, but Freedom from bondage? No, 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 no. You have to free yourself, devotees. So the bhajan tells us, Brahmananda is saying, man, everything inside of you, and devotees are reminding you, everything is inside of you. This is why man lifts himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. Sadhu dekha churaj bhari. This is the ghat. Ghat ka karo vishar sadhu. Brahmananda is saying, ghat ka karo vishar sadhu. Reflect upon this ghat. Varun, Vartaka Sampa Purna Huti, right? So devotees, the bhajan says, Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu, Ghat ka karo vichar re. Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu, Ghat ka karo vichar re. Ghat ka karo vichar sadhu, Ghat ka karo vichar re. घट में गंगा घट में जमुना त्रिवेणी की धार रे. घट में गंगा घट में जमुना त्रिवेणी की धार रे. घट में नदिया पर्वत सागर, घट में नदिया पर्वत सागर, घट में बाग बहार सागर. घट का करो विचार रे, घट का करो विचार साधु, घट का करो विचार रे. घट में सूरज घट में तारे, घट में चंद्र उजाड़ रे. घट में सूरज घट में तारे, घट में चंद्र उजाड़ रे. घट में बिजली चमक सुहावे, घट में बिजली चमक सुहावे, गरजत मेघ अपार साधु, घट का करो विचार रे. घट का करो विचार साधु. घट में तीनों देव विराजे, ब्रह्मा शंभु मुरारी रे. घट में तीनों देव विराजे, ब्रह्मा शंभु मुरारी रे. घट में पूर्ण ब्रह्म निरंजन, घट में पूर्ण ब्रह्म निरंजन, सब जग सरजनहार साधु. घट का करो विचार रे, घट का करो विचार साधु, घट का करो विचार रे. जो ब्रह्मांडे सोई पिंडे, निश्चय मन में धार रे. जो ब्रह्मांडे सोई पिंडे, निश्चय मन में धार रे. ब्रह्मानंद युलति सुरति को, ब्रह्मानंद युलति सुरति को, देखो सकल निहार साधु. घट का करो विचार रे, घट का करो विचार साधु, घट का करो विचार रे. घट का करो विचार रे, घट का करो विचार रे. So जो ब्रह्मांड सोई पिंडी. What is in the macrocosm is in the microcosm. Katha tells us that everything is within that param. But then when we become individuals, entities, soy pindi, all the principles are in us. What we need to do is transcend them to go back to that state of Param Shiva. Chidananda Rupaha Shivuham Shivuham. Until we go there, devotees, life will be as it is, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay? So I want to put it to all of us these special occasions, every year I keep saying this, every occasion I keep saying it, is to help us to get closer to our true nitya. We do all these celebrations and so on, everything is nice. But devotees internalize, internalize. And if I say that Lord present in your feelings and in your thoughts, then you understand where you're going to find him? In your feelings and your thoughts. Go inside. Go inside. If you do that, you get closer and closer to that state, devotees. It is incomparable, second to none. This is where we need to go. But just remember, the Maya, the illusion of this world, pull us away badly. Very, very badly. But no problem. If you don't get pain, you won't turn away. Pain makes you let go. The same thing you grab onto and believe it's everything. The same thing causes you pain. And then one day to come, you have to turn away. You go on the journey because you are alone. Man lifts himself and sings himself. Bole Shiv Umapati Mahadeva ki jai. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Shri Gauri Mata Swaha. Prithvi Mata Swaha. Panchalokpal Devaya Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Suryari Naugrahadevaya Swaha. Brahmagnaye Namah Swaha. Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Srim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Sri Ishwari Devi Swaha. Parameshwari Devi Swaha. Shitala Devi Swaha. Mahanyapurna Devi Swaha. Mangala Devi Swaha. Chandi Devi Swaha. Mansa Devi Swaha. Om Hrim Shashti Devi Swaha. Sitara Devi Swaha. Shodasi Devi Swaha. Bhuvaneshwari Devi Swaha. Chanamasta Devi Swaha. Bhairavi Devi Swaha. Jomavati Devi Swaha. Bagalamukhi Devi Swaha. Matangi Devi Swaha. Kamala Devi Swaha. Hemavati Devi Swaha. Siddheshwari Devi Swaha. Kalyani Devi Swaha. Katyayani Devi Swaha. Aindri Devi Swaha. Agni Rupa Devi Swaha. Varahi Devi Swaha. Khargadharini Devi Swaha. Varuni Devi Swaha. Mrgavahini Devi Swaha. Kaumari Devi Swaha. Shuladharini Devi Swaha. Brahmani Devi Swaha. Om Vaishnavi Devi Swaha. Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Sri Hanumate Namah Swaha. Sita Ramachandrai Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Radha Krishnai Namah Swaha. Ishtadevai Swaha. Kuldevai Swaha. Asthan Devai Swaha. Gram Devai Swaha. Itar Karam Pradhan Devai Swaha. 5 times again. Vastu Devai Swaha. 33 crore Devta Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Anand Swarupai Brahmane Namah Swaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha Swaha. Wash your hands. Please all stand, devotees. Pick up the coconut and the Purnahuti. Varun, you light the candle? Yeah. We concentrate on Shiv Shakti. Om Sri Uma Maheshwaraya Namo Namaha. Light the candle. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Chama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutarthi Harni Jai Sarvagate Devi Kal Ratri Namostute Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha Om Namah Shivaya Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Offer the can front of the Samagri. Right? Put it on top of the rice here. Right. Put it one side. Touch the coconut to the fire. Touch it to your forehead. Varun. Right. Put it inside the basket one side. When you take it out, do Asman 3 times. Put the coconut closer to the fire. Do the Asman over coconut on fire. Om Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam. Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam. Asmanang Chamaya Dattam. Grihitam Purushotamaha. Brahmagnaye Namaha. Asmanam Samarpayami. Both hands on the flame. Pass it over your head 5 times. Both of you. Boliye Shri Umapati Mahadeva ki. So devotees will do Shivarthi. Om Har Har Mahadev. So let's all join together.
जय शिव ओंकार हर शिव ओंकार ओम जय शिव ओंकार हर शिव ओंकार ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिव अर्धांगी धारा ओम जय शिव ओंकार हर शिव ओंकार एकानन चतुरानन पंचानन राजय एकानन चतुरानन पंचानन राजय हंसानन गरुरासन वृषभाखन साजे दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज ते सोए दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज ते सोए तीनों रूप निरखता ते भुवन जन मोहे अक्षमाला बनमाला मुंदमाला धारी अक्षमाला बनमाला मुंदमाला धारी चंदन मृगमद चंद्र भाले शुभकारी श्वेतांबर पीतांबर बाघंबर अंगे श्वेतांबर पीतांबर बाघंबर अंगे ब्रह्मादिक सनकादिक भूतादिक संगे कर के मध्य कमंडल चक्र त्रिशूल धरता कर के मध्य कमंडल चक्र त्रिशूल धरता जग करता जग भरता जग संहार करता ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिव जानत अविवेका ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदाशिव जानत अविवेका प्रणवाक्षर दो मध्ये ये तीनों एक गुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे गुण स्वामी जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे
अहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे। ओम हर हर। Devotees and Shrotas complete the arti. Let's glorify Bhagavan Shankar as we proceed to conclude. मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, भोला 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 भोला। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। कोई चढ़ावे पान फूल, कोई चढ़ावे माला, कोई मांगन मांग रहा है गोदी लेके बाला। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। अंधन को आँख देता कोढ़ी को काया, बाजन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ, काशी जी के विश्वनाथ नाथों के नाथ। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे। भोला भोला हा हा भोला 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 भोला। मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम भोले रे, मेरे बम 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 मेरे बम 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 बम। शिव हरे शिव राम सखे प्रभु, त्रिविधताप निवारण हे विभु। अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं, शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं। प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं, प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम्। मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज, मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि। ओम आवाहनम ना जानामि विसर्जनम, पूजां चैव ना जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी। ओम गच्छ गच्छुरश्रेष्ठ स्वस्थाने परमेश्वर, यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छुतासनम। ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया, येषामिन्दि वर्षामो हृदयस्तु जनार्दन। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् भाग् भवेत्। ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सदाशिव, यत्पूजितं मया देवा परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्ने स्वस्थाने कुन्दं मध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ब्रह्म अग्नये नमः ओम त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की आशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु blessings to all kindly be seated offer flowers and bow
Sitaram, it is my esteemed pleasure this evening to offer gratitude to each and every one of you who are able to join us online as well as devotees who are here physically on this first of our 4 nights of Shiv Yagya. As our journey continues, on behalf of our revered Paramachar Pandit Hari Prasad and the members of Gyanipa Kirtan Mandali, we look forward to seeing each and every one of you tomorrow as the yag continues. Refreshments tonight were provided by Shanti and Lee Ramharak and their family. It can be collected at the exit of the temple along with your prasad, and have a safe journey back home, Sitaram.
Thank you, Savita, our Secretary of Gyan Deepak. And let me say belated happy birthday to Sita. Last week, Monday, was her birthday. So she decided to sit this evening to take part in puja. I think she wanted to do Sunday morning service, but we didn't have service for some reason. But it doesn't matter. You are here till the first night of the Yagya. Want to wish you happy 35th birthday. Yeah. Right? I won't say nothing more. Happy birthday. Many more to come. Blessings to you. And you sat with your handsome son, Varun. So he's Varun. Right? You're Varun and Varuni. We got to get a Varuni for you. We'll see. Blessings to you, Varun. And Pooja, blessings to you, and take care of yourself, boy. Man lifts himself by himself. I want you to say that over and over. Yeah? Whatever happens to us, we are the cause. Nobody else. Nobody else. So take care of yourself and keep it going. Very special family. Vikash here, see Amrika here. The grandchild is also here. And of course, Vishana and Vishal. See, I remember your name, eh? I get older, I remember more. So blessings to all of your entire family. And I see, Sita, you have invited extended family also. Right? Nice to see all of you. We welcome you to Gyan Deepak, and we want to invite you to come back. Feel free to join us anytime. Okay? So devotees, tomorrow Katha continues, and I gotten some vibes that the Katha was a little too hard today. So tomorrow I'll do something easier. Okay? But I can't promise that I won't make it hard. Because, you know, stories, we all know them. But I want you to get the essence. This is why I'm taking from this direction. And believe me, devotees, these things you don't get like that. I say that over and over. You don't get this kind of philosophy. It's not easy at all. Make an effort. Get into it. This is who you are and what you are. Okay? So, especially the young ones, sense of pride in yourselves. Otherwise, zero, shunya, zoko. All are gone through. Yeah? Okay, so blessings, devotees, to all of you. Sita, Varun, stand up. Look at all the prasad. Tell them something. Blessings. And the Shanti, let me say blessings to you for having made this wonderful contribution. It's a Mahayag in itself. Blessings to you, Varsha, Shakti, Avinash, the entire family. And don't forget, send the blessing for Lee, wherever he might be. Okay? Lee here? Oh, good, okay. Why do I? Lee, strong. Blessings. All right, so devotees, receive your prasadam, refreshments, and have a safe journey back home. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Blessings.